Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news today, not too much, just a little bit, but a few things I did want to make you guys aware of. The very first thing that I'm going to talk about is Chronicle Collectibles and the fact that they have recently put up pre-orders for two of their articulated 1/6 scale figures. One is Alan Grant, and you can see that for the most part it does look pretty good. Definitely has a decent likeness as far as what Alan Grant does look like, or Sam Neill I guess we could say. And it does appear as though the paint apps and everything are really nice on it. Hopefully the actual finalized factory version will look as nice as it does here, because we do know that Chronicle does tend to have some issues when it comes to their final paint schemes that show up from the factory. But as of right now, this Alan Grant does look quite nice. And then we've got the original Jurassic Park Velociraptor, and I'm kind of 50-50 on this. On the prototype here that we see, the paint scheme looks really nice. I would say pretty much spot on to the Jurassic Park Velociraptors. However, the sculpt is a little weird. I think that the head sculpt doesn't look great. It looks pretty darn close to the Velociraptor from the film, but something from the original prototype toward this, it looks like maybe they changed the head sculpt a little bit, or the neck or something. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it looks a little off to me. And I think the prices of both of these are actually really quite pricey, because for the Alan Grant he's $229.99, and for the Velociraptor he is $449.99. So $450 for an articulated figure is just a bit much in my opinion. However, it is definitely a decent sized figure, as it is around 25 inches in length and a full foot in height according to Chronicle Collectibles, so it's definitely got some good size to it. But again, it just looks a little weird to me. I'm not entirely a huge fan of it, and I think that the price is definitely a bit extreme, but that does tend to come with the territory when it comes to Chronicle releases, as their stuff is almost always a bit pricier than it should be. However, if you are interested in pre-ordering either of those, make sure you check the Chronicle Collectibles website, where you can do just that right now. Then as far as the Beast of the Mesozoic goes, the very first one is the Dinosaurus, and this is actually one that I think is really incredible, and at this point I think actually is my favorite paint scheme out of all of them. Something about this is just really cool. I really like the darker paints that are included in this one. There is quite a bit of paint variation throughout, but overall the majority of them are darker colors, and I really think that ceratopsians were more than likely darker versions of a lot of these paint schemes. Maybe some of them just seem a little too bright to me. They still look really cool, but this one, I think, being darker for the majority of the body, looks really nice, really natural, and something about it just relates to me, so I really love this version of the Dinosaurus. However, completely contradicting my last statement, this Regulaceratops is also absolutely incredible, and is probably my second favorite paint scheme currently out of all of these Beast of the Mesozoic figures, because wow, this looks beautiful. Again, I guess it's not really contradicting my previous statement too much, because overall, the majority of the paint application is definitely a darker shade. You've got some pretty dark reds and some blacks and stuff, but you've got a little bit of yellows here and there. However, I think everything just plays off of each other so well when it comes to the coloration, that I think this is a spectacular looking paint scheme. And as usual, all of the sculpts of these figures are just incredible. David Silva and the Beast of the Mesozoic figures are always top of the line when it comes to the sculpt and detail, but man, this one is really nice as far as the paint scheme. And then we've got yet another one that I actually am head over heels in love with, the Wendaceratops. I think the Wendaceratops is fantastic when it comes to the overall paint application on this one as well. Not one of my favorites, however, it does still look really good. The sculpt, of course, is great, but the paint application is pretty much what we're interested in right now, because it's the newest thing that we're getting a look at here, and I think that it does look really quite nice. Again, you've got the reds and yellows and stuff that play off of each other so well. Again, it's a very nice looking ceratopsian as far as the paint scheme and everything goes. However, it's just not my favorite, because there are just so many incredible ceratopsians included with this Kickstarter and the Beast of the Mesozoic ceratopsian line. However, it is still really quite nice. In my last news video, I believe I had told you guys and shown you the unpainted resin kit as far as Kieran Satchell's Scelidosaurus, and now he has officially received back his painted up version. He had Martin Garrett, who is one of the most amazing paleo artists as far as painting dinosaurs that you're ever going to see. He had him customize it and paint it for him and give him a nice customized base and everything. It honestly looks absolutely amazing to me once it's painted up. Really beautiful sculpt for sure, and you can really see just how nice the sculpt is now that it does have paint apps on it. And overall, I think that this paint looks so good on the figure. It really is pretty much perfect in my opinion. Martin did an incredible job, and Kieran Satchell did an even more amazing job as far as the sculpt goes. It's really cool to see a resin kit of such an obscure and really often looked over dinosaur. So great job to both of those. And again, if you do want to order this resin kit of the Scelidosaurus, I will put a link in the description where you can contact Kieran Satchell to order it for yourself. We also now have some images from Rebor of the X-Rex, aka the Alien Rex figures that they are coming out with, as far as the painted up prototypes, and I will say they both actually look really quite cool. I had almost no interest in either of these previously because I do like the Alien films, and of course I like dinosaurs, but together it's a little bit strange for me. However, looking at these painted up and everything, they honestly look absolutely amazing when it comes to just how cool overall they do appear to me. I'm still on the fence as far as purchasing them, but boy, they really stepped it up a notch for me when it comes to considering picking them up, because they both do look really cool. So I'm definitely contemplating buying these, but again, as of right now, I think I'm not going to, but things could always change because they do look really cool. Then I've got some very cool images of the finalized Eofauna Atlasaurus, thanks to Alex the Titanosaur Emperor, who sent these images to me. And these images originated from Monster House HK, who apparently does actually have the figure in stock as of right now, which is pretty crazy because it's quite a bit earlier than most places are going to be getting it. However, you can see that the paint apps have actually changed a bit. I believe before it was more of a greenish color, and now it looks more brown. It's hard to tell if maybe it's just the lighting and it'll look a little different, as the Monster House pictures do tend to look a little off when it comes to the coloration of the figures. But overall, it does still look really cool. Even if they have changed the paint on it a bit, I still think it looks quite nice, and definitely one of the figures that I am really excited about picking up in the very near future when it does hit stores like Everything Dinosaur. Then as far as PrimeOne goes, we have some images of the Tyrannosaurus Rex Rotunda Velociraptor scene that they are releasing a huge statue of. It looks honestly amazing. I think it's the best Rotunda scene that we've had from any company previously. I know Chronicle, Collectibles, and Sideshow have both taken a shot at making one of these, and I really don't think either were very good. However, I think that this PrimeOne is definitely great as far as the sculpts go. I think that the paint apps are a little bit off on both. I don't think the T-Rex looks exactly like the one does in the film, nor do the Raptors, but they are extremely close and definitely look beautiful enough that I would love to own this. However, the unfortunate thing is the fact that this actually cost about $2,000, I do believe, to purchase, so it is beyond out of my price range. I would never be able to buy this in probably a million years. However, showing you guys, I did want you to see these images, and if anybody is out there able to afford this, I do believe the pre-order is actually up currently, so you can go ahead and pre-order this right now. And the final thing that I have to tell you guys about is Mattel. And it's quite exciting news because Entertainment Earth apparently is going to be selling the Amber collection in the near future. And as you can see from this image that they released at NYCC, they are going to be having a Nedry Dilophosaurus set with the Amber collection, and that is amazing. I had a pretty good idea that this was going to be coming out at some point, although I wasn't sure if Nedry was going to be included. However, obviously from these images we can see in fact that that will be the case, and I cannot wait, absolutely cannot wait to see what this set is going to look like, and even more so owned this set, because I just recently received my Amber collection figures of the Velociraptor and Ian Malcolm, and they are fantastic, so I can't even imagine how beautiful this Dilophosaurus set is going to be. As you can see, it says it'll be coming out in 2020, so we've got a little bit of a wait before we can actually own this, but I am super excited about this set coming out. So as of right now, that's all I've got, guys. When more news comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of any future videos, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.